this and get it started. Because I know folks are like, where are you? Where are you? I'm here. I'm here. GHME Spotlight and Recap. I'm James Lott Jr. We'll see if I'm alone or not in a second. I don't know. But we will see. But I'm here. I will talk to you at least about what's going on the show. Making sure I'm gonna check the chat room because it's been doing this weird thing. The chat room's been doing a weird thing where it doesn't want to let people chat. Oh my God. So Frank's coming on. Okay. So I had to do that. Okay, Frank's coming on. He's coming on. Sorry, Frank, I started because I had some issues. So I started. I just came on.
Oh, wait.
I had some technical difficulties, so it came on.
We're here. Now,
there you are. Oh, no glasses or anything. Okay, funny. Hi, Frank.
I can't see you.
I don't ever see you without glasses. It's so funny.
It's too bright. Get some new light to see so you see my full face instead of the shadows.
I know. And you shaved down the beard.
Shaved it down. Just as I in the never-ending struggle to see if this will actually be a ongoing fashion choice for me.
I like it. I do. I like it. I mean, I think you should keep it for a while. Why not?
I mean, I've got nothing else going on.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Hello, everybody. So yes, there was a problem with the chat. I don't know what's going on, but it's making it go to something weird. But now it's on, so people are coming in. So thank you guys. Come in, hit the like button. Hello, everybody. YouTube does all kind of weird shit. I don't know what's going on with YouTube sometimes, but we're here. We are here. It's about General Hospital. I gotta first say that Lucretia Lyon couldn't make it. She's out of town. Out of where she lives. She's out of town when she's out of town. So she says she'll try to come back next week. Looking good, Frank, from Roller Skate Kate. Looking good, Frank.
Wow, not really, but thanks, Kate. Thanks.
She roller skates, so I don't know if that means anything.
Cooler than me, by far.
So this is the end of the soap block. Edition Days is on right now, about to start their second hour with their guest, Emily O'Brien. Before that, we had Wide Arm Mini Spotlight and B&B Mini Spotlight with me, Tammy Govea, and Amanda Russ. We talked about the crossover event that happened this last week on both shows. That's out now. Follow it everywhere. Have a good time. And Daytime Today will not be live. It will be little pieces. So one will be out tonight because I want to give a special rest in peace to my idol, Larry King. Larry King was the ultimate interviewer standard. Him, Barbara Walters, like Charlie Rose, Dick Cavett, all these ones. They were master interviewers. James Lipton, they know the art of the conversation. So I want to give a shout out to, he was one of my idols. So I want to give a shout out to him for that. For us hosts and interviewers, Frank.
Poughkeepsie, hello, you're on the air.
I love it. Mr. Suspenders. They do. I watch this show literally every night on CNN. I love that show. Yeah, everybody on there. Everybody came through there. Everyone.
Everybody did.
They did. You got Larry King interview. It was good. Lori Coral says already, Green Bay lost Frank. Sorry. There you go, kids.
Well, I should have said. I tape delayed it so I could watch it. Thanks, everybody. I only made it to the first half. It's like I gotta go to the GH report. So now, good deal.
My team's out of it too, so I'm pissed.
I'm excited now. I'm excited.
My Steelers. How can he not? What the F? I don't understand what's going on. But this isn't football. I don't want you guys to get bored. But I'm a little upset right now myself. We were so close. We started out so well this season. But anyway, another story. Another story.
I mean, when I left it at half at 21-10, I knew they had a hole to dig themselves out of. I guess they don't dig him out.
They don't dig it out, Frank. That's it, kids. She's all, oops, sorry. I've been filming all day. I don't even know when anything's on, so I've been filming all day. So that's all I've been doing. So I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. He's like, yeah. You can watch and see how they lose, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure I will. Just eat some chips and cry with the tears running down my face.
I have chips in my house, Frank. That's a shame. I need some chips.
So the Junior second week of this crossover, better than the first?
It was juicy. It was smart. What they did is, it could have been better, of course, but what they did is they had the set of Bold and the Beautiful on YNR for the reveal. So the chick that went to LA, we saw that on Bold and the Beautiful. But for YNR folks, they spilled the beans on Young and the Restless. So, okay. Now the Young and the Restless fans know what this chick did on Bold and the Beautiful. It was very smart the way he did that.
Nice.
So now they know. So now we all know, well, I do anyway to watch both shows, but now YNR fans know. Now it's like, what's she going to do with the information? Now that's kind of, so it's very smart the way they kind of crossed it. And they use social media, of course. And there was one scene that made us all laugh. The waiter, under 5, he got his big break. When she got the information, she goes back to Genoa City and runs out. And he walks over to the table. And he's like, it's a big, he spreads out the money like it's a big tip. And he's like, ooh, okay. And he walks off. It was the funniest scene. I was like, there you go. He got his big scene. You know how it is, Frank. He got his moment. He got his moment.
That's right. You know, it is a shame that we don't live in a day. I mean, you know, the ABC only has the one soap because, I mean, certainly the way, you know, Disney and ABC, I think they would have embraced a bigger universe if they had had another soap opera on.
I agree. Actually, I remember they did the What Ifs years ago. They had 2 characters.
What if Erica and Sunny met in an elevator? What?
Yes, exactly. That's funny. I know exactly. But Frank, it was something to start out with.
Yes.
But and in the beginning, before Prospect Park, they had them coming on to General Hospital. But yeah, I wish we did have more Wine to Live and All My Children alum coming on as their characters on General Hospital. Yeah. Why not come through as cameos? Understand they come through as cameos. So yeah, they could. They're not doing it right now, but Disney itself, because the whole Marvel stuff they have, Star Wars stuff, it's all crossover. It's all the same universes. I wish they could do that for the daytime. I mean, they did it with not Shonda Rhimes, Chandra, whatever it is, from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, Shonda Rhimes. Yeah, right.
All the time. So that's So they could. Hi everybody. Saying hi, James and Frank. Hello everybody. Hello. I haven't seen WandaVision yet. I do want to see it. I heard it's really good. Have you seen it yet, Frank?
I have. It's a slow burn, and the 3rd episode kind of starts kicking it up a notch. So I'm looking forward to this next week's episode. Will be episode 4, and I think this will really start to get a sense of the bigger picture. And
they with cameos from other people too. I mean, it's a whole crossover. It's them becoming different things, right? I mean, they're basically who they are from the universe, but
yes,
folks come through, right?
Books are coming through. It was nice after having so long without any fresh Marvel content, to just see the Marvel fanfare at the beginning of a new production. You're like, all right, I'm down. I'm in.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's how I felt too. It's like, something new. Okay, great. You know, but you guys, I'm a nerd out when all the Star Wars stuff comes out. That's my whole thing. So there are 20 shows that are coming, Frank. I'm ready. I'm play ready. I'm like $6.99 a month. Keep making it. So I can get my Disney.
This is the year where I think you see Disney Plus really taking off. With now they're going to have lots of Marvel and lots of Star Wars content. This will really start shooting it up in the stratosphere. So
yeah, it's already starting to eclipse, get to Netflix a little bit. So those numbers are getting there.
Yeah,
they were very smart. They were very, very smart. Okay, folks. Speaking of not smart, a storyline I'm so glad it's finally coming to a head. But I have questions still, and that is the Olivia, Tracy, Ned, Sam was there. Why not? It was all mixed. Finn was there for a moment. Of course, he brought Alexis. So they're all there, and it comes out that they slept together, basically. And that the twofer. They slept together. But not only that, Tracy framed Alexis, and everybody's looking at Alexis like, I should have believed in you. She was a drunk. Even Alexis goes, I gave you no reason to believe me. And then Tracy, Tracy's a bad person. Okay, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, Frank, help me. I don't understand this storyline.
This is a storyline that is like 60%, maybe 65% of the way there. It's just off slightly enough that it doesn't land as well as I'd like it to land. And part of that is, just they didn't spend enough time really setting up the Ned and Olivia stuff. It was that was kind of rushed leading up to the one night stand between Ned and Alexis. I mean, they did a lot of fast forwarding with that, and I mean, just it has to make you believe that wait, they've already been together, 4 years, about 4 years by that point, and Ned is so quick to just assume the worst about Olivia. So I thought it kind of rushed plot to get to these characters that behaved the way that they did. So I feel like because of that, it just didn't. The storyline is just not landing the way I'd like it to.
I agree with you. Actually, that's a great like 60. Yeah, there were elements that were good that could have been really good in it. It just didn't land. You're right, it didn't land. I will say Lisa Loeb Cicero got her moment.
Yes.
I'm just saying in their chat room, I agree with you guys. No, she got her. She did with the material they gave her. She did a really good job. I mean, she got to see it because she kind of sounded like us. Everything she said, I was like, that's us talking. She's like, so you decided to all that time before you got in bed together, you decided. I mean, it was like, yeah, we're thinking the same thing. Like, really? Like they decided to go that direction. You know, she was like, when the buttons are popping, I was laughing when she was doing the whole thing. It was like she's talking to Alexis. It was like that's the point. It's kind of like, yeah, you just quick to believe me that I was with Rob. Like it made zero sense. So I love that she completely kind of called him out on it. And still takes it, shut up. And she said, if you get near my son, I will, I'll take you out or something. I'll let you go on Brooklyn or whatever, Brookhurst or wherever she's from. I loved it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
like she read them all.
I mean, it was nice that the nice intercutting between Robert giving Olivia how to kind of run something by Tracy to try to get her to confess. I thought it was great. I thought, and the way they intercut that back and forth, I thought was really nice. Tracy, again, we talked about this last week too. It's like, this is the storyline that we're bringing Jane Elliott back for. Is this really worth her efforts? I don't know.
I know. I agree with you. I just kept thinking the whole time going, okay, so, but they kept her still in Tracy form, so to speak. Like, she gave it back to all of them. She was just like, and yeah, I did this, and but you still slept with your wife. I mean, like, she's still like, you were still drunk. You were still like, nobody was correct. Like, nobody could have their ass on their shoulders. What I always say, no one could do that because everyone was wrong in the situation. Tracy was kind of the least wrong. If you think about it, everybody. I mean, well, Olivia was the least wrong, but she was kind of out of the three bad stuff. It was literally, and she even said it. I was hoping that you would just bottom out and go to rehab. I thought it would actually help you on some level, but it didn't work, obviously. And so it's like this whole thing now. It's like, I should have listened to Alexis. No, she was a drunk.
Yeah. Why
would you listen to her? Like, come on, Sam. Like, why would you? I'm sorry, Mom. I'm like, no, sorry, Mom. Why are you sorry? It's like, she was a drunk.
I felt like Tracy gave herself the perfect excuse and never followed through with it, because when they first start talking with Olivia, and Tracy saying, I will do anything to protect my family, and then starts laying down the line about Alexis supposedly calling Olivia all these names and stuff. And Olivia, doesn't quite buy into that. It feels like that doesn't explain the coffee and the alarm system and all that stuff. Tracy laid that out. It's like, all I had to do is like, I didn't like the way that she was looking at Ned. I loved you guys. I wanted to sink her so you guys could stay together. Like, she had set herself up for all this stuff that she could have used that as the reason she did everything. It's not a great excuse, but it is an excuse that does not reveal that Ned and Alexis slept together. And I don't know why she starts it and then it just drops.
I don't get it either. I agree with you. Yes, Ned brought up the fact that Tracy came home for Lulu and not Brooklyn. I know. They went back and forth, and they traded the Quartermaine jabs. I mean, they were, whatever. It's fine. But I still think Tracy won in a sense, because she's like, but still, what are you going to do about it? Like, literally, you ruined your marriage. So what are you going to do about it? And in fact, it was like, talk to me. I mean, she was like, I need some time. Like, you give her some time. Like, she just found out you cheated on her. She had no reason, otherwise. And I just think, and I agree with people in the chat room. I know you agree, Frank. I know Lucretia agrees. She should have been back for ELQ business. She should have been back in the whole. It should have been her and Ned and Michael fighting Valentine. It should have been that whole storyline. Cut point, simple, whatever. It should have been that. And then the other stuff would be there for Lulu for what happened, that kind of stuff. But it's like they just wasted that whole. I mean, I don't know how long we have her. I don't know if she's leaving soon, or I have no idea.
I mean, this seems like a perfect reason for her to leave. It's just like, all right, things are crappy here at the Quartermaine residence. I may as well just head back and wait for Luke to come back from whatever adventure he's on. But the reasons we saw Tracer earlier or last year, it was anytime she'd popped in, it was had to do about somebody trying to poach ELQ. We'd already kind of planted those seeds. That was a big concern for Tracy. So to have her come back this time and not be ELQ related and something just trivial like this Ned, Olivia, and Alexis thing. Ugh.
I know. I agree with you, Frank. I'm just like not. But so that came out. So we'll see what happens. People are already saying her and Robert.
Yeah. It's. I mean, yes. I mean, there's chemistry and there's fun to watch the two of them together. But it would be a shame if this relationship is irreparable, because it's just, I like the idea of them being the next generation of the matriarch and patriarch of the Quartermaines.
Yeah, Edward and Anna. I mean, Edward and Lila. Yeah, I mean, and some folks in the chat would say the same thing. They hope that they can, if they break up, then what's the point? What was the whole point? So hopefully, but it's a soap opera. So I'm trying to think soap opera. She may flirt with Robert, but they may flirt that idea, but keep her in, because she's a pretty faithful person. She's not a cheater. I mean, that's not Olivia's thing. So I think, I don't know. It's yeah.
But you saw, I feel like Olivia, it's going to take a little bit to kind of write Olivia into a place where she will be willing to forgive Ned, because I saw how she was with Sonny when Sonny slept with Kate. That was like, boom, we're done. No ifs, ands, or buts about all of this.
Right.
So, maybe the fact that they, that her and Ned are married, maybe that she's taking those vows seriously and it was willing to work at that. So get ready. I did like, though, that there were too many scenes this week where it was just Ned coming in like, oh, hey, well, do you want me to go talk to Leo? All right, I'll go talk to Leo. And then he would just walk by oblivious, and it would just be like, why are we making this so corny? I don't know.
I don't know either. Ned and Olivia need a chance to grow more as a couple. I mean, I agree.
And the problem is, again, it's, we've talked so many times, it's Wally Kurth is a man of two shows. And so it's tough to really dive down into that and make them the matriarch and patriarch if you don't have Wally Kurth as much as you'd like, or as much as that the ability to be able to set that up would need.
And right now he's front burner on both shows. He's on days doing his thing there too. So yes. But I know right now he's living the best. He's living his best life right now. He loves it.
Sure, yeah.
He told me so. Okay, another storyline that makes me just want to vomit. Frank, I'm Frank. There's some parts of the show I love watching. I'm totally into it. I'm like, give me some. Oh, if you guys didn't know, I did a GH Dirty Deeds with Dion Gabriel of GH Envy. We talked about Cyrus Renault. That's out now. Speaking of something I do like right now, this storyline just will not die, Frank. It's like I called Time of Death 100,000 times, and now it's not going to die. When Curtis and Nina and Jax, and then just Curtis and Nina were talking about who, Frank? Her daughter.
It is so interesting that every time that Nina has a conversation with anybody about like, hey, I'm going to put this aside, it is always, well, is that what you want, or is that what Jax wants? Like, everybody's asking that. I'm like, it can't be Nina's decision, guys. It can't be.
Right. Well, it can't be. Frank, apparently, it can't be. I'm just like, oh my God, the necklace. When, talking about Ava getting the necklace and giving attitude to Jocelyn missing Avery. I'm like, that's her child. Sorry, you guys. That's Ava's child, and that's Avery. I'm like, she didn't do anything. She's not a bitch for wanting her child. I mean, that's her child. She's always wanted her child. So that's not even anything out of the ordinary. Like, yes. What are you guys so shocked about? I mean, I don't even understand. It's going to be that old big house spot. Like, kids have grown up there before. It's going to be fine. It's like, whatever. It's like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like,
it is, it was nice to give Jocelyn that scene with Ava, though. How she sees what she did to Morgan. I thought that was like, all right, nice.
That's a good one. I agree with you. That's a good one. But Curtis and Nina are friends, so I'm glad they showed them together as friends. They haven't seen them together in a while. Even though I like Tiz Michelle Stafford's chemistry better, that's another story. But they're friends. Jax, great. He ran off to Carly. They're trying to set that up, apparently, too, Frank. They're trying to set that up. Well, Nick warned me it'll always be, Carly first. And I was like,
you know what I missed, though? And Curtis isn't saying it, but I get in my head, until I'm shown otherwise, I'm just going to choose to believe that I was like, when somebody was kind of down and out or taking a break from somebody, they'd get a room at Kelly's.
Yes.
And so I'm assuming I'm going to say that Curtis has got a room at Kelly's. It's like, why not?
Everybody's like, yo, what's going on with Curtis in there? I was like, yeah, I know. So I think he's kind of sullen, hanging out at Kelly's, being there for Laura, now being there for Nina. And I think, I heard the rumors, Frank. I heard the rumors that her daughter is still alive, obviously, and it's probably Willow.
Wait, they're going to change it from Nell?
I've heard these rumors. Do not know if it's true, but reading that a lot recently from sites that are actually that are more reputable than the trash ones. So we talked about, remember a long time ago, we kept saying, are there twins? There's something. So there's something going on. And because they brought back Phyllis Caulfield, she's there for a reason. And she mentioned the baby. For Sonny, there's a couple. It was a baby. So I'm like, there's something going on. There's something going on.
I mean, again, I'm down for that if it allows us to let this story unfold, as opposed, because right now it seems like we're just in this limbo because of the inability to have Nell back on any sort of regular basis. So if they decide to want to make it Willow, cool, but let's get the storyline moving, because I feel like for the longest time it was Nina. She's recently come out of her coma, and now it's just vengeance. And then she spent her time kind of like Cuckoosville with Franco. And then it became, hey, I'm starting my life over. And then Valentine. And then it's the daughter. It's just, I just need Nina. Not this daughter thing is just so okay. I need the next step for Nina.
I agree. I completely agree with Frank, folks. I'm just like, this is a little too dragging out way too long. And also they're not giving just whatever. I'm so over it. I'm over it. I'm over it, folks. Yes, folks, I'm over it. They're all, God bless me. Yes, I'm over it, folks. Frank's over it too. We're over it. I'm like, you're right. There needs to be another step now. It needs to be, this is the daughter. You may not even know. Let us know who the daughter is. Like this is the daughter, and then let's move towards that and finding out, and then maybe her blaming Carly for this. Or let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm like, I'm over it.
Well, it's just Carly's meltdown at the end of the week about this stupid necklace, and just the fact that she needs to get this is the stupidest storyline, that Nell, that for some reason Nina can't know that Nell is her daughter, and Carly's the one that gets to decide this,
right?
And I just don't understand it at all.
It feels like they're trying to bring Jackson and Carly together, so they gave them a secret. But there are many ways they could have brought them together. They have a daughter. There are a lot of things they could have done, and got that and went that route. But they're trying to make this fabricated secret that you and I both have said this whole time. Okay, she didn't kill Nell. I mean,
it's just so crazy. And it's just, I just need more time, Jax. I promise you, I will get this necklace and I will protect your love with Nina. Like, what? This is a stupid method of operations that you're giving Carly.
Right.
What's going on? And I'm sure you, because I know how much you are invested in this couple, I am sure your heart just burst during that declaration of love between Jax and Nina.
This is how I feel, Frank. That's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that. I love you. I love you. He said he loved me. And I said it to him back, and I really do mean it. And I'm like, oh. This couple has zero chemistry. They have zero chemistry. I just don't see it at all, and they don't play them enough for us to even see chemistry. So I think it's just kind of like,
yeah.
I don't know what to say.
No, it's a shame because most of their early stuff was either, we got to tell HR, or it's about this child thing, and we just have not seen them just
be a couple.
And for her to like, hey, do you think Jocelyn might like this varsity letter? Like, we've seen like maybe one. I can remember one scene between you and Jocelyn, Nina. Okay, sure.
Actually, they have no chemistry. When Michelle Stafford was on, there was chemistry. I don't think there was chemistry with these two, just because they just didn't have it. So I'm like, separate them And what else?
But let's not have Nina go back to Jax or to Valentine.
Yeah, I don't go into those. Somebody knew. Somebody
Yes.
knew. Somebody knew. Not. Someone suggested on those show I did, Nina and Cyrus.
Oh, there's too much weird grooming going on around Cyrus's chin and neck area that would just like you just don't want to be around that on a
Hey,
regular.
Rob M. just said it. Nina should be paired with Cyrus. I'm seeing this more and more.
What? No.
Well, who else? Martin Gray, maybe, right?
You know, I thought the scene between Valentine, Martin Gray, and Alexis was starting to set maybe a possible road work of that. But then, and there was another reason to like blow up this whole Ned, Alexis, and Olivia storyline is because now the reason to have Martin Gray around Alexis is done now because we know she doesn't have to go to court because the charges are going to be dropped.
That was funny though. Their exchange was really funny actually.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, this will be good. Let's have the two of them together.
Yeah.
And now, no, there's no reason for them to be around.
Yeah. Come on, it was. I should have seen Nina and Curtis hook up before her and Cyrus. Why not? I think why not? I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
Nina
sure.
And Curtis, why not? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be okay. I would not be okay. Yeah, Frank. Frank, you have a beard too. Someone's calling you out.
Yeah, true. But you know what? I'm not in any, trying to get a lady, so it's all right. I don't know. I can let this thing just deteriorate.
So there's your answer, kids. He's right there. He's like, so there you go.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get nobody. I'm not trying to get nobody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This thing's a deterrent, not an attractant. And I know that.
See, kids, that's what you get. Yeah. Are you sure Martin is straight? There is this whole contingent that think he's gay.
They could absolutely go that way, and if they want to, that's fine. It's just knowing how they've treated, Lucas and Brad.
Right. Why?
Yeah. I mean, we would never really get any really meaningful scenes about that.
No, we wouldn't. So I say, keep him straight. Keep him straight, folks. I like Marta Alexis, guys. That's what I'm going to push for. Because I like her and Finn as friends. Even as friends.
Yes.
Even though she got with Gregory, his father, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep Gregory Harrison around, sure, why not? I mean, Alexis is down for those Silver Foxes. Let's do it.
Yeah, do it. Wow. Another storyline. Oh, go ahead.
One second. I did like at least seeing Finn there, and I was bummed that there was not a continuation of that, and hopefully there will be this coming week of Finn talking to Tracy about all this as well.
Yeah, me too. I was shocked they didn't pull. He didn't go, Tracy. Like, what did you do? Like, they didn't do that. So he mentioned a strip club. Well, okay, he's just Southern. I think it's what it is. He's just Southern. I think it's what it is. That's what I think that. I don't think that. But yes, Tracy and Finn didn't talk. So it might happen. Yeah, it might happen next week. They might have talk. But another storyline that I just want to put my hands in the air at. Elizabeth confronting Franco and Jason.
This seemed like the week of like low stakes secrets revealed.
Right, exactly. Like, okay, folks. Okay. So it comes out that Franco asked Jason to kill. We all know that story. So he happens to him. So Elizabeth, talking to her husband about it, that made sense to me on some level. Of course, talk to your husband. But I'm sorry, that whole conversation with Jason bugged the shit out of me. Everybody else was like, I loved it. And she told him, like, no. Like, it's like, oh my God. Are you going to have dinner every night with me and your son, Jake? I'm like, you never see Jake. We don't even know where Jake is. Jake could be 500 years old at this point. They've never established anything, Frank. They stopped. It's always Aiden or Cameron. They've never taught Jake. I'm like, so I almost believe that he's a deadbeat dad now all of a sudden.
Yeah, it is weird. Like pretty much after the whole big storyline of Jake's reintroduction and his programming by Helena, like after that, he pretty much fizzled out.
Right. I'm saying, I'm like, so, but her getting mad at him was like, he hates Franco. You know that, of course, and that's all fine and dandy. But like he said, he came to me.
Yeah.
And demanded from me to protect you guys. And so I'm like, so on some level, Jason, of course, is always noble. That's his thing. Yeah, he hates Franco, but he's not going to kill Franco unless Franco tells him to. He's not going to do it on his own anyway. But so where's he going to take the line and you'll kill Franco? No, it's very clear. Yes. Franco told you and Jay told you. If his tumor and he came back to where he was before, that's the line. That's kind of like, I just, I know it's not a silly conversation. I just thought
it was weird. And then also at the end, Jason's just at the boxing gym and he comes out of the locker room and he just pulls out his gun and he just checks that it's loaded and just puts it back in. Like, why are we seeing this scene? Why is this scene here?
I just didn't, I just didn't get it. And I did, of course, anytime it brings in Scotty, makes me happy. Yeah, I was having a martini or whatever at the, like, I guess he's rich, doing his thing. And just, he's so cranky towards the side. I love him. I love the relationship that they're like playing to each other. More Scotty for me anyway. I'm like, that scene was fine. You didn't want to be his lawyer, but of course he'll do it if he asks him to, of course. I mean, that's what he'll do.
Yeah. It's just, it just seems like, well, I'm not, as we all know, I'm not a huge fan of Sam. And so what's even worse is to hear Sam in real time tell me about the whole scene that happened between Jason and Franco and her at Sam's place. Like, I didn't care about it the first time, and then just hearing about it.
You sure don't care about it now.
No, like, we're wasting this amount of time on just a recap. Like, cut away to something else and come back, and then pick up the scene like Elizabeth knows everything now. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I agree, Tara Kiddos. Like, I guess Scotty's rich.
He's in a penthouse, guys. Being a lawyer.
He's in a penthouse. So I was like, okay, kids. I was like, sure. But I like anytime he's around, I like seeing him around anyway. So anytime to give Ken Shriner something to do, I'm happy. But it also bleeds over to Peter, my favorite person in the whole world. I like that Jason had warned Britt about, and Obrecht both warned Britt about Peter ahead of time. And then when she was there talking with what's his name? Oh my god, with Jason. No, she was talking with, oh my god, I didn't write it down who she was talking to. She was talking, Jason. She was talking to Jason about it. And then he shows up. And of course he asked her for a favor as a brother, the fake favor or whatever. But she wasn't dumb. I love that she wasn't dumb. She let me use the laptop. Then she went out. I can't tell if that was on purpose so she could see what he was doing, or I think it was, wasn't it? It's like she did. I changed my mind. I'm like, that was quick. I think she did it on purpose, right? I think
it was a test to find out. All right, is Peter like Jason says, and he's just going to use me for something, or is he an all right guy? And this is all, everybody's being paranoid. And I think Britt got her answer. Well, I don't know. I mean, she looks at medical records. I don't know if medical records are going to tell you necessarily that Peter's good.
She's thinking Franco, but she wasn't around for all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's it's going to be interesting to see if she does piece something together or tells somebody or tells Jason.
Yes.
And he's looking at for Franco, then that'll be something for him because he's still because Franco's hearing the voice. He's still hearing the voice in his head. So I'm like, this. I'm actually intrigued by this storyline a little bit. I'm kind of like, okay, let's see how this, because we're waiting for it to come out. I have a feeling it's the wedding. It's the wedding.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
makes sense, right? So they're building all this up to the wedding. Some folks think Britt was going to stand by Peter. Well, they're not close. They don't know each other, not really. I mean, if it was Nathan, yeah, but she didn't even stand by her mother, so I don't know if she'll stand by Peter. But there's some. I mean, there's some going on. Oh, between Britt and James. I'm James. Thank you. It was amazing. No, we never seen together, but yes. I like Britt and Jason together. We had this talk last week. I like them together.
Absolutely.
So we're good with that. This storyline doesn't bug me so much. I mean, because I like Britt. It gives Jason's always better with somebody else than Sam. Always going to play better.
Yes.
Just always is. He's always better out with Sam. And I'm just really curious about who's gonna. It's like there's like 20 people, which makes for a good story. 20 folks are trying to get Peter. The one who's like a chump is Maxie. She was like a chump. Everybody else is like, everybody's just kind of like, and Maxie, you should get, no one likes your man. You all say, well, I see you changed your mind a little bit. Like, no one likes your man. They're all doing this for you. No, I mean, usually you can tell when people don't like your man or your woman or whatever. They can be very good to tell. Like, come on. Oh my God. No one cares about your man.
For all these storylines to work, anytime it's like this, is that you have to write the character that's getting played over a little dumber than they usually are.
I know.
Because they would be the first person to call it out to somebody else, like Lulu. Max would be all up on Lulu's grill about all this. But of course, because it's happening to her, she's got to be written a little dumber so that she can never see the wrongs of Peter, so that, you know, the fall from grace and the emotion of when the truth is revealed, we'll get to see plenty of Maxie like agonizing and, oh, I can't believe it. Oh, and I believed him and I defended him. And all this time he was lying to me.
Exactly.
And I didn't believe you all. She's gonna go. There's gonna be a big apology to her by Maxie. I didn't believe you. Thank you for trying, and I'm so sorry. I didn't believe you when you came to me. It's okay, Maxie. You loved him. How could you have known? You know, you were blinded by love.
I know.
Well,
I know.
enough of those storylines.
Well, everybody thinks it's going to be big secrets spilled. This is going to be a double wedding, double secrets, meaning the whole, I guess, the Chase his homeboy's son, that's going to come out probably, on one side, and then the Peter get exposed on the other side.
Do you think Finn will deem it a betrayal that that Anna is not telling him the truth about Peter?
Oh yeah, oh sure. He's gonna, when that comes out, it's gonna suck. Woo! He's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be really pissed. Yeah, because he did in a way he did, right? He told her everything, all his stuff. She had and he was he got shot by. I mean, all these things happened with her around with her twin sister. That was her chance to say, let me come clean with you and tell you what the deal is. You can't tell anybody. And he probably wouldn't tell anybody. But he told her all his business.
Yeah.
All bets are off. They're off. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies, folks. Who else is getting married? Hello, it's Finn and Anna, Maxie and Peter, double wedding.
Oh, boy.
Have you guys not figured that out? Yes. So I asked me, I'm like, that's just those two. But trust me, we're not happy about that either. I'm joking because I'm not happy about it. About either wedding, it's like,
odds are that Maxie goes into labor at the wedding.
Sure, why not?
She finds out about the stuff and then she goes into labor. Oh.
I'm crowning. Yeah. I would not be surprised because her birth was very extraordinary. Also, she came to the world, so it's like, so why not? Why not? It's like, why not? Let's just make it outrageous. Let's make this wedding the most outrageous wedding on earth. Just there's explosions everywhere of secrets and lies. And maybe that'll be good. If it happens that way, maybe it'll be exciting. I don't know. I mean,
the storyline's been such a slog. At least let the climax be awesome.
Yes. I agree with that.
If you're going to put us through this amount of time, then you guys got to stick the landing on this.
So what's Peter going to do? I'm trying to figure out what he's going to do.
I mean, I feel like he could be he definitely could be like a Valentine. I mean, Valentine has, been able to wiggle his way out of any sort of serious implications with the law through all this stuff that he's done. So I feel like, it seems like, as Lucretia has mentioned, and we've talked about in the past, that the show wants to keep Peter around. So I feel like he will be, especially if he's got a child with Maxie. So I mean, I'm sure he's going to be able to wiggle his way out of it somehow. You're excited about Peter being around.
And let me get really excited right now, folks. We want to name our child Dante after Lulu.
Yeah.
First of all, you should be telling that to Laura. That's her daughter. Yes, that's the husband. But you should have called them both together possibly and said that. And so she'll be Louise. I was like, Leslie Lou? Like, no, she didn't have to her mother. Oh, no, just Louise. Call her Lulu. That name, I'm like, sorry, Louise is out there. I mean, no offense, but I'm like, oh, okay. Not a fan. Not a fan. You already have Georgie, James, and Louise. I mean,
the whole Dante storyline. I mean, hopefully this reaches some kind of. I mean, I feel like that's going to happen at the wedding too. It seems like it's all got to come out that Dante's being programmed. the storyline is like whatever, but I am liking it for the fact that it seems like the possibility of Kevin Collins getting a little bit more involved. And if that's the case, I'm in.
I'm in too. I'm in. Kevin and Kevin and Anna talk. He uses his little influence and gets the files. They're scrambled. But like Anna said, now we know something's up. You know, they were scrambled and something's up. They're all, you're right, Frank. Yes, I was like, okay, I having him involved, and their exchange was very cute. Long time history, you know, between the characters and everything. I was happy with it. I had no problem with it. I thought that's good. Yeah, I could live with that. Do that. And
like Kevin needs an extra. I mean, he certainly hit. I mean, a lot of show during the whole Ryan storyline, or at least John Lindstrom did. But it'd be nice to have Kevin get a storyline, or at least be involved in a storyline that is not necessarily him being Laura's husband and support. Like, let's have Kevin be actively involved in a little something too.
Yes, I mean that's a great idea. He's a leading man. He's a leading man, and we know he can do it. And he has his own history in Port Charles aside from Laura. So I'm glad that he's actually moving around and people. I thought, oh yeah, him and Anna, that makes sense. Oh yeah, they know each other from a long time ago. And so the Dante thing keeps coming up too for Dante. They complete the mission. See what that happens. I mean, there's a lot of things coming. There's a lot of things around that are just floating around. So I am curious. The puzzle, like a puzzle. I'm curious to see how they all come together or converge. How they all going to converge. Like, what's going to be the one thing that does the other? I mean, how's it going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, which one of these is going to be the one that really gets the dominoes falling? And I don't know it's going to be Franco. Well, I'm curious, aside from Franco and the whole Peter memory thing, I mean, they really laid it down that it's like, hey, this tumor is inoperable. So at some point, it's going to go off like a dime bomb, which I feel like, I mean, but they've also left themselves the out that it could be, you know, next week or it could be years from now. So
yeah.
I almost feel like it's dependent on however long Roger Howarth would want to stay on the show. And if he's like, yeah, you know, I'm good, I'm going to bail, they could just activate the storyline, I suppose.
True. I agree with you on that one. I think it's going to be completely as long as he'll stay on the show. I mean, I think where his contract's up. If he wants to leave, tell him off, you know, or send him away. But he wants to stay, they can make it shrink at some point. They can do all kinds of stuff at some point. But I feel like they keep leaning towards his past so much. I'm curious what they're going to do with that. They're going to go there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They teased it.
It would be weird to keep thinking about the darkness of Franco come back and then never seeing it again. So I guess. But is that the way you'd also want to see Franco taken out of the show? Is he reverts to his old ways and then just gets killed?
No, we don't want that. But I'm just like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I don't think they're going to do. I mean, it's a character that's so started out so different before. Anyway, he was not this. Now it's kind of like these, you know, the cheeky anti-hero. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean,
I see Cameron this week talking about, you know, college, you know, getting accepted to Stanford. So, you know, I was like, all right. I mean, it's a nice dynamic between Franco and Cameron for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's better than Sonny cleaning a bar in upstate Vermont or whatever. I gotta wipe this bar down. I gotta wipe it down.
I gotta clean the floor. So don't touch anything, because I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to finish what I started.
Yeah, it's funny because everybody was kind of like, they're both thinking like, what are you doing? Like I finished what I started. You need to calm down. I mean, she was just like, I like the actress. I mean, she's good. The guy, he's softened up a little bit. But I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to do with this too. It feels like one of those, he's away from, he doesn't know who he is. He starts a new life somewhere else kind of thing. He likes it, but then someone discovers. I mean, I guess. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
The time frame of all of this is so weird to me, because I feel like you could tell me on Monday, tomorrow, that 6 months have passed, and I'd be like, okay, all right, I buy. You know, just to get us to the point that I guess you want us to get to, where, you know, Carly and Jax are closer together, and Sonny is, you know, got this all new life, wearing flannel and cleaning cleaning bars and making drink specials.
He was. He was just like, I mean, when he was wiping that bar, I was like, okay. She's like, these things haven't been cleaned since like the revolution, or I don't know what she said, but it was like, it made it known that it had been cleaned in a long time like that. And I started laughing. He's bipolar. Frankie has compulsive cleaning because of lack of medication. I didn't think about that. Okay. Good point, Amaya Baker. I didn't even think about that. Sorry, I'm being smart ass, of course, but I forgot about that part actually.
That's actually a good call on that.
He's on medication right now. I didn't even because I hate the storyline so much. I didn't even think about that part. Everybody's screaming at us. If there's medication, we get it. If there's medication, we get it. The storyline's stupid. I'm saying it out loud. It's stupid. It's stupid storyline.
Medication or no?
What?
Medication or no?
Medication or not. It's a dumb storyline. He should have been dead. How long he was laying out there in cold water in the East Coast? I mean, I don't even understand. So I don't know. I'm like, let's just get him back to Port Charles, please. Let's get back to, I mean, I know some of you guys are happy he's not there, but I'm like, I'd rather have either off the cameras for a while or bring him back to Port Charles. Just get him right in there.
Because you're right. I mean, he must come back with Phyllis in tow, or like somehow somebody ends up stopping at this bar, which I'm sure we're gonna get one of those scenes like, oh, we just decided to take a trip up north, and or boom, we stopped at this bar where Sonny conveniently is gonna be back for a reason, and then by the time he comes out, they've left. So we'll get one of those like we almost saw Sonny, well, we did.
I know. It's like, these storylines happen all the time. Like they'll take a major character and bring them somewhere else, and I get it. And sometimes it works. Sometimes you're like, okay, but I just feel like Sonny has just been around for so long that it's like an unusual storyline, really. At this point, I mean, like I guess they're trying to show things rediscovering himself, I guess, or something. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, if they want, I mean, as I'm sure as an actor, I'm sure he's kind of enjoying this as a change of pace for him. I mean, much like I keep thinking about like Steve Burton saying like, hey, it was great to have, Jason Morgan come along because it really got me excited about playing this character again because it was a clean slate. So for that, I'm sure Maurice is excited about it. But in terms of just where this takes Sonny Corinthos as a character, I would hope that it's not like as soon as his memory comes back, it's all just wiped away. If you're going to do the storyline, at least have him changed somehow because of it.
I'm a writer myself, and I just feel like you have to. I know there's soap staples that happen. You use them, and I guess it was his turn to have this happen. I guess he's never had these. He's had everything else, right? So it's kind of like, but I don't know. I feel like when it comes to Carly and Jason, wrong people. I said wrong people. Carly and Sonny. I think this is not really serving them at all either because they've been through so much already. So it's kind of like, why put her? It's kind of cool to put Carly through this because she lost her son. There's a lot of death already with Dev, and everybody's died. It's kind of a weird way they're doing this. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it would just be if Sonny just comes back and just resumes, the head of the crime organization, and he's a coffee importer once again, and everything just goes back to normal. Then I'd be like, well, I mean, what was the whole point of the storyline for Sonny, other than just to give Maurice, a chunk of time where he got to play not necessarily Sonny. So
I know. I think Phyllis knew all along that Nell is Nina's daughter. She was playing Nina, she was playing Nina when she came to Port Charles to speak with Nina. She was playing Nina when she came to Port. So you think Phyllis knew? Well, I think Phyllis knows kind of, but doesn't know it's her. Maybe I don't think she's doing anything on purpose.
No, because I mean, because it didn't seem like that whole conversation. There was no. I mean, Phyllis didn't seem to be trying to play Nina. No, she just told her what she knew and she left. She wasn't like she wasn't doing money. She wasn't doing anything. So I don't know what reason Phyllis would have to be trying to play Nina on that.
Oh yeah. So I don't know. It's just like, okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's again, Sonny's come back home. I mean, it's kind of interesting on some level, but we know he's alive, so it's kind of like, so he's going to do more damage first. He comes back, and everything's changed. So it's going to be like, okay, what does he do now? Avery's not at home with them. She's running the business. Jason, it'll be very interesting to see. Because when he comes back, it just goes back to normal. It just doesn't all revert back to what it was before. I mean, I don't know how they're going to play this. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Good. I don't.
Well, we also had in Low Stakes Revelations this where it was Cameron and so it's like, hey, you know what? Dev had Jocelyn's journal.
Oh yes.
Uh-oh. Trina, we can't tell Jocelyn the truth. I'm like, this is the storyline you're gonna give Cameron and Trina right now. Oh, come on. They're better than this.
Yes, I agree. And I'm just like, okay, well, there we go. Another thing I forgot all about. I'm thinking, I mean, I feel like there is enough story out of everybody that can write with the characters that have been on it for a long time. And some of the choices are just like, okay, I guess. I mean, some choices don't seem, it just seems so not important or so like, I don't know. I want a good storyline. That's all I want.
No, it's true. It's like, wow, I don't want to watch scenes of Jocelyn talking about this journal and then Cameron and Trina like exchanging glances like, oh, we can't say anything. Oh,
I know. Not a fan.
But
go ahead.
No, it's just we've given those teen actors better material. I feel like and they can handle it. So it's like to do this to them, just like, come on, guys, they can carry better storylines than this.
Yes, that's true. I think now it's interesting because everybody's mentioning February sweeps. Is there still sweeps? Anybody?
I guess
not really, right? Anyone? Not really used to, right? I think it's just I don't know what this means. It used to be February and November. I don't know if they're officially doing that. I guess maybe they are, but I'm going to be curious to see what. I don't know. I guess we'll see what's going on. I guess I don't know if things are going to ramp up in February.
Yeah. I feel like the storyline with Cameron possibly going to Stanford is again another manufactured piece of storyline just to give Cameron like angst-ridden scenes for a little bit. But ultimately, it seems like with any teen, unless they're leaving the show, which we have no indication that Cameron's going to leave, that it just ended like, I passed and I'm just stay here at PCU. So I'm just going to PCU. There's always some reason that they're going to pass on this really awesome opportunity to stay at home and go to PCU.
Well, but it's interesting. Sydney Michaela, so now she got accepted to university somewhere in real life. Who plays Trina? So that's in the news today. So I don't know what that means for her. And I love her as an actress. So I don't know. Everybody's asking, where's baby Donna? In the crib. I don't think she is.
Yeah. Do we need to see?
Talking about it. Why would they bring her? Why would they bring her out? Why would Carly be holding her baby? That never happened. It's like hello. Oh, Apollonia T. Where's Carla? She's on her own channel doing the Kirby Critic. She's also on Superstore on NBC. I watched her last week. She plays, got the girl's name on there. Homegirl Busy. She loves us. One day she'll come back on.
She was tired of me.
Oh, well, I understand. But she loves us, and she's literally doing her own thing right now. I mean, so she's just busy doing it. So she already knows she's open to come on anytime, and sometimes she will. But she's out there living her life like it's golden. And yes, my girl Eden McCoy got accepted to USC. My girl, very proud of her. Love her mom, Natasha. They're great people. They actually live not far from me. So I'm gonna tell you where we live. Your business.
We also have the Willow and Michael saying, "Hey, I guess we might as well sign these papers. Gotta sign those papers."
Here's how I feel about that storyline.
Yeah.
I mean, I really have nothing to say. I mean, Frank, if I could have any less to say, I would not say it because I would have nothing to say. I mean, I just think it's they just separate us, like we said last week. Put Michael with nobody. Put Willow with Chase. Put Sasha with Brando. We're all good.
Yeah. If your reputable sources are in fact on the mark about Willow now being really his daughter. I would love to at least see some momentum towards that. I feel like I haven't seen anything that's even going to even tip the hand that they might even be going in that direction. And it's like, let's get moving, guys. What are we waiting for?
I'm sorry, Frank. I have to. Rob MM. What do you mean Disney ruined Star Wars? I'm curious how they ruined Star Wars and what Star Wars are you talking about? I'm like, I'm gonna say it to you out there. I'm a huge Star Wars universe fan and do several shows. So I'm like curious to what you mean they ruined Star Wars. That's another show, of course.
So think about that, Rob MM. And
then,
I'm
thinking about that, Rob MM. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, what's going on there? But yeah, Michael Welter, I'm just done with him. I'm just like, please. Oh, Cara Nada's live right now. She is talking with Sophie Okinato for a movie called Ratchet. So that's where Carla is right now. I just popped up my thing. She's live right now.
Look at her.
Every critic.
She's making it happen.
She's making it happen. She's busy. She's too busy for us. Okay, they did do John Boyega dirty. I have a video out right now. Darth Vader is your father. Finn is the subject. It's on my channel, JLJ Media. I talk about the whole Finn, Poe, John Boyega situation. I did do that, of course. They ruined your Luke. How they ruined Luke? But that's another story. You have to watch my Star Wars videos and see what and comment on those. Tell me what you think on those. Frank Cross Promotion, of course. I'm a king of plugging.
Absolutely. Always.
King of plugging.
It's a JLJ synergy. JLJ Media synergy.
Exactly. Right together, Frank. That's right. Come together. And Luke was great on The Mandalorian, so they redeemed everything with him on The Mandalorian. So that's my thing. So anyway, that's about that. Anyway, so back to ABC Disney, not Disney plus Disney. But yeah, no, I think Michael Willow should just like co-parent but separate. Just separate.
Yes.
Like a lot of people separate. Just co-parent. I did it. Maybe we'll do it. Just go co-parent. Go co-parent.
I'm so for it. And let's just find out what's next. What's next for Willow? Because if I got to have one more conversation between her and Michael, like, well, what do you think? I mean, do we love each other? Do we have feelings for Chase and Sasha? I
know. Again, Sasha with Brando. Let's go that direction. Willow and Chase. Let's go that direction. The romance between Michael and Chase. Let's go that direction. That's
yes.
easy. That's it. I think that's it. I think just co-parent. Just co-parent and just, both raise Wiley. It's fine. I think it'll be fine. I think there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. People do it all the time. and have like everybody kind of come together for him. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. I'm good to go for a long chunk of time without ever hearing the name Wiley again. Really good. I am totally fine.
Oh, poor Wiley. He didn't do anything to you, Frank.
Not the kid's fault, but it's just like, oh man, there's so much Wiley. What about Wiley? And Wiley this, and Wiley that. Like, oh, enough with the Wileys. We get it.
When you have children, Frank, you have to take care of them. Come on, you're a dad. You know how it is.
But how often do you hear me talking about my daughter on this?
That's right. Folks, that's true. Does he even take care of her? Like that now you see freaking a whole different light.
Yeah, she's trapped under something heavy as we speak, and I'm not there. I'm here.
That's so funny. And he never talks about her anymore. Like, what's going on there, Frank? He might have grown, so I'm done. I'm done. Mine are done. How about you, though? That's so funny. Brando and Sasha are hot, so they should need to regress. Yes, I agree with that. Maxie should go apologize to Nina and get her job back. There's the problem with again, Frank, I know you agree with me. They haven't fully shown us deception. No,
and it's at this point you made it such a big thing for Maxie, which was great. And then all of a sudden it got the pregnancy and the Peter storyline just overtook it. And so I feel like we never really got to see them try to do anything with this company.
Nope.
Which is I feel like it's ripe for a lot of storyline potential. For Sasha, for Maxie, for Lucy, for Valentine.
Thank you, Valentine. I know. They haven't shown. You're right. But they haven't shown much of Crimson either, folks. So that's another one too. And just that one tired scene of them asking for a cover story on Sasha. Well, other than that, they haven't really shown Crimson either that much. They really have gone away from all boardroom work related stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was easier when Maxie was working for Nina, because then you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. You have two characters working at the same place that can have discussions about work or personal stuff. But now you've kind of taken Maxie out of that. So Nina really has nobody to talk to about work stuff. So it's like, well, who cares about the cover story of Crimson this issue?
Right. Apple and T, I just answered your question. Are you not hearing what I said? I answered your question earlier. Carla is doing other shows. She's on a Superstore on NBC, and right now she's on her own channel, The Curvy Critic, talking to an actress. That's where I answered you earlier. You're like, where is she? She's not here. Carla ain't here. The bitch isn't here. She's gone. She ain't here. She ain't come back anytime soon. She loves us. We love her. She's not on the show. It's not. You just got us. Sorry. And Lucretia when she comes on the show. Sorry, she's not here. So, I mean, it's like, she's not here. I'm like, we love her. We love her. Like, she's busy. She knows she can come back anytime, but she's not here. So stop asking us where Carla is. She's not here. We miss her. We miss Carla so much. It's crazy. So she got bigger than than us, and she left. She moved on to other things. So
I will never leave you, Jane, nor the fans of the
Jane. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Like,
this beer is keeping you away from any other professional opportunities, guys. See? It's the reason.
You guys, it's our Sundays. We're here with you on Sunday. Don't you like us? So we do something. I know some of you guys don't like me. That's fine, but it's okay. I'm still here. I'm still here every Sunday. I'm not. The reason we have this is because of me. The reason there was a Carla was because of me for the show.
True. I mean, I feel all our fans scorn, and I accept it.
Rodelli, hi Rodelli. Were you not on earlier? Nobody had a job at Jace. They're independently wealthy. It seems that way, doesn't it?
It would be nice. I mean, Port Charles does make a case for itself that you could go there and carve out a decent living and life for yourself there.
I guess so. But I do miss boardroom workplace stuff. I like that. I mean, they did it well for a long time. Y'all stop yelling, James. I can yell if I want to. It's my show. And that's like I'm 5 years old. I want to yell. It's my part. I can yell if I want to.
No, it is the days of having like Jax is the corporate raider going.
I miss those so much.
You got the Cassadines involved in there too.
I know.
You know, that sort of office business maneuvering. There were some good storylines that come out of that, and GH has definitely steered away from that.
Yeah, they I don't know why they're not doing it. I mean, the ELQ thing is what just bugs me. They keep dipping it in there. Every few months or so, they'll dip like a toe into the business. Then they stop. ELQ, Does anybody know what ELQ does? Does anybody?
Well, I mean, they've got a green division that started up. I know that. I feel like they're a multimedia conglomerate. They don't really have media, so I don't know.
Jack's selling newspapers. Does he do newspaper? Is he a newspaper guy? Oh yeah, because Aurora.
He's got half ownership of Aurora.
I forgot about Aurora, you guys. Again, they haven't talked about it in how many months have they brought up Aurora? Because isn't Sam half owner still too?
Yeah, and she said she wanted to bring Michael in to run her half.
That's right.
And we haven't seen anything come of that since. That was it. So I guess Michael does have this job. We just never see him doing it.
See, I totally you guys out there, thanks for reminding me. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that whole part. He has a job.
Yeah.
I totally forgot he has a job. I forgot about Aurora. That's right. They made a big deal about Sam had to meet up with Jax and they had to talk about it. And what are you gonna do? And I can't run this by myself. I was like, yeah, you're right. I told him.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if, we've had hospital forward storylines. We've had now with this going on with Cyrus, the mob war kind of era kind of revisited. It would be nice to see just the big boardroom revisited on GH, just to see, can you tell those stories today? I think they can, but
well, other soaps do it. Bold does it. Y&R does it. Jays is doing it. You can do it. You can balance the whole outside the work, inside the work. They can totally do it. They just don't. They don't do it. They're just choosing not to do it. But they all have these companies, and we're not even seeing what's going on. And again, it's like, I know COVID has changed a lot of stuff. Maybe it's the sets. Maybe they can't use certain sets, I guess, Frank. I don't know. Maybe that's it, or maybe there's some, as many crew members possibly. I don't know, but I just feel like I miss that. I miss the boardroom stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, after I saw the way that when they had Brooklyn, being Ned's assistant, and she had a desk out in the hallway, this really rinky, broken down, busted hallway. If that's the way you're going to treat,
don't do it. Then don't do it.
No, I don't need to see that. Just see the broken down hallway.
That part was true. You're right about that. That was true. We're like, that was kind of janky. I'm like, oh, and let it cover that. But I do miss the Crimson stuff. I mean, that was all very part of the storyline, and I just think it's, with Deception, I had high hopes because they had really showcased Lucy for a while. They're like, oh, good, and Maxie, it's her. Because we know it was Maxie's story. It wasn't Lucy's story. It was Maxie's story of kind of redemption. We'll finally see her in charge, making decisions. No,
I mean, I feel like the only one that's really had any sort of kind of constant presence has been Peter with, the newspaper. Because, I mean, it had Lulu being a reporter for better, for worse.
Yeah.
But at least it had the media as kind of a presence to be involved in other storylines. But now with Lulu off canvas, I mean, I guess we have Jackie, but I mean, still haven't seen her really doing much of anything either.
No, we haven't. Everybody seems to agree in chat room that we need the boardrooms, we need the EL, but no one knows what you name one thing ELQ does, and no one seems to know what ELQ does.
Actually, the green division. That's it. So Michael was always proud of his green division, but that's all I know.
Oh, we know. That's all we know. I don't know what's going on there. We don't even know what's going on. So I'm like, come on, people. Let's show what they do. Let's see what's going on. Besides the Metro Court, I guess the Metro Court is kind of a businessy, but it's more as a restaurant. But you see some shenanigans with it too. But like, again, it's not enough. I need a balance. And other shows are doing it. So come on, GH. Let's see what's going on. But we still have Brooklyn out there, possibly pregnant, right, and all this stuff.
But it always seems weird to me is that we've got the Metro Court, yet it's a hotel. It's a restaurant up top, but it's also got businesses inside it as well, which always struck me as weird.
I don't understand that either.
Like,
at all. I don't understand that either at all.
I mean, if you want to do one other revisit, you could really have Ned feeling in a moment of crisis and figure out what he's going to do with his life. He decides to fully reinvest in Eddie Main, and we bring back LNB, we get all that stuff. We really dive into the music side of GH for a while. So we can do that.
Okay. I have to address somebody. Amaya, Days Are Our Lives is doing it because remember, you see the whole thing with Xander and Philip, and Charlie was working there. There was the whole Titan thing. Thank you, Tara Kendall. That's a huge part of Days, so that is there. Bone the Beautiful still has stuff all the time because there's special publications, that Forster Creations all the time, and Y&R there's Jabot, JCV, Fenmore's. It's all business. It's a lot of business. They have more business going on than other stuff. So the other three subs are doing it. It's just that, but General Hospital isn't. It isn't. And also, I should tell you guys. We will be here next week, of course. It's the 30th or 31st, whatever. But the following, Frank, is Super Bowl Sunday. I will not be here Super Bowl Sunday. Sorry, I took that off.
It's a national holiday, isn't it?
National holiday. The commercials, the halftime show. So I want you guys to know that February 7th, there'll be no GH anything. Sorry, we're going to be busy doing the Super Bowl. But we'll be back the following week to talk about all the couple of weeks we're going to talk about. But yeah, I just want you guys to
know about the Packers. So great.
Welcome to the club. My Steelers aren't there either. So welcome to the club. I really watched the Super Bowl just for the commercials, and then no. So yes, Valentine using Kid Castellan Industries might be interested. Yeah, there's a whole. The thing is, we know there's a lot of storyline that can be had. I think you guys can all write a storyline. Me and Frank can write a storyline. There's so many storylines we could write that are boardroom-esque. It's just, but we need them to write them. I we could all write a storyline, I'm sure, and tell them, that what they could do. They're just choosing not to do it. They're choosing not to.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking of storylines that I do enjoy and wish they would, and it's not even really a storyline, but just at least character beats, is that give me more Valentine and Alexis. I really like that relationship. And you brought in, Martin in for that. It's just, it's like you hit gold, and then you've chosen not to just tap that rich vein that you have.
I agree. No, they are. I think Alexis and Valentine are gold. They're gold. Their relationship is just gold. And I think, and bringing Martin was like another, like, ooh, that's an extra prong. I didn't realize it's gonna be in there. That was good too. And I just think I agree with you completely. There's something in there, something there. They need to continue to richly mine
yes.
the story, because Alexis, Nancy Lee Grahn deserves a better storyline too.
For sure.
He deserves a better storyline. And one second, you guys. I had to kill something. Thank you on my wall. You can't live. Sorry. But I think it's completely. She deserves a better storyline. So I think that would be a great storyline. But they have an embarrassment of riches. They have all these great actors who could totally act, mainly do comedy, drama, whatever. Now you just got to match them up with storylines that are kind of worthy of notice. So I hate that. We sound so negative, of course, but we're just saying that lots of stuff isn't good. It just isn't good. But there's some stuff that is good, and we recognize it. We're like, let's go that direction more. Go that way. And so now I'm curious to see, do we get a full week this week finally of the show? I mean, like, I know so much was going on, and inaugurations and holidays. I think we get a full week this week finally.
I think so, which would be nice, barring any sort of. I don't think anything like impeachment stuff wise will happen. So
impeachment, insurrections. I think we're good for now. I think we go okay. We're good for now. God bless America. God bless America for sure. I mean, I'm just like, I'm so glad that we had a quiet week last week, so to speak, in our government. So I mean, no matter what you guys believe, I'm just kind of glad that we had a quiet week. No matter what it is you believe in. So I'm just like, back to some quietness. Let's just like. I want my soaps on air 5 days a week. And I think they're back filming.
Oh, nice.
I think they're. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I'm not sure, because I know that Bold just went back. I saw Catherine Kelly Lang posted. I don't know if YNR is back yet. I don't know. I don't know if Dave's is back either. I'm not sure. So
yeah, it's. I happened to talk to somebody that's on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then they said they stopped in December when it started getting crazy. Then they thought they were going to go back now, but they've just been told they're not going back until March. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I know one guy who actually does assistant writing on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Nice.
I wonder if we know it's the same person.
Well, I mean, I don't want to name drop. You have to watch your toes if I start dropping names. Watch your toesies. I'm about to drop a name.
Drop a name. Ouch. It hurts.
Yes.
It hurts. Yep, Ingo said he's back, and Maurice's hair is back. That's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. That's who wrote that? Maya wrote that. That's pretty funny. Ingo said he's back, and Maurice's hair is back, because he was totally gray on all this stuff on his time off.
I saw that. Yeah.
I was like, who's that? That's Maurice Benard. Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I would have been fine if he wanted to come back like that.
Yeah, me too. Oh, same here. Me too. Nothing wrong with a little gray, folks. Nothing wrong. No. And Curtis has some in his beard too. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's something that when you see an actor just kind of embrace themselves fully, that
like Jane Elliott. She's gray.
Yeah. Or like yes, and she looks great. Mm-hmm. When Ted Danson decided, like, hey, I'm just gonna go full Silver Fox, boom, looks phenomenal. So there's something about an actor finally says, like, yeah, I'm gonna stop doing this artificial maintenance and just this is me.
Yeah, I agree with that. And nothing wrong with getting older, folks. Nothing wrong with getting older at all. I keep saying that over and over again.
You're getting sexier. Not this. This is not sexy. This is not
I'm
sexy.
sure roller skate Kate disagrees with you. So there you go, folks. We're done, folks. We talked over almost an hour and a half of your GH goodness. So those guys who keep forgetting, we're on at 4 p.m. right now for a while. There's a reason why. So we're here. 4 p.m.
Where's Carla?
Oh, sorry. You guys see what you guys did. Now you broke Frank. Now he's asking where Carla is. She's not here. No. But we're here for you every week, and I believe Lucretia's coming back next week. I know you guys like Lucretia and her comment too. She was out of town. Like that. She's out of. She doesn't live in LA at the moment, but she's out of town when she was living in Texas. So that's what's going on there. So, but she hopes to be back. And they say, yeah, Frank, your beard is awesome. Oh. I was just roller skate Kate. I was just being nice. Oh, now you're skating backwards, roller skate Kate. Now she's stuck backwards. Kate. I was being nice, Frank. I didn't really mean it. I was just being nice. I'm like, that's right. But we actually appreciate all of you guys. You all make this my number one show on my network, and so of all time, it's because of you out there. That's why we do this. We have fun doing it together, still, of course. I still watch the show, but you guys literally make this my number one show of all time on my network every week. So thank you for that, especially. I want to thank all the GH Facebook groups that let me share this in their groups. Thank you so much for that. Frank, tell them where they can find you if they just want to talk to your beard.
Yeah, you want to talk to my beard, get up close and personal. Find me on Twitter and Instagram at HappyGoJackie. Yes.
And follow me with my own beard, my goatee. I don't have a full beard, goatee. And I use great products for it to make sure it's soft. At James Lott Jr., where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold. At James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms. JLJ Media is all across the board. Tomorrow, me and Jack Farmer are talking grunge at 3 p.m. on this channel. If you like grunge music, we're talking about grunge and what it means, what happened. And we're talking, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, everybody, Smashing Pumpkins, doing that at 3 p.m. live on this channel. And another episode of Claws, the series, is released tomorrow morning. It's a fun episode. It's about 8 minutes long on all streaming services. Where you find your podcast and audio stuff. Just find it there, type in Claws the series, new episode tomorrow. And debuting February 11th is our fourth audio series. Oh my God, Cupid's Crossing. It's about Cupid in Los Angeles. It debuts February 11th. And Forever and a Day, our number one soap opera on this channel, comes back on February 1st. So new episode, second season, new episodes. Everybody, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.